Hello, Palm people, Frogopolis here, and welcome to my Tubi Wheel of Terror! In this series, I will be watching every Tubi Original Horror. And to help me on this journey, I've made the Tubi Wheel of Terror. 3 spins shall decide my fate, and what will they land on? A bunch of crap? Diamonds in the rough? Or maybe some horrid combination of the both? Without further ado, let's find out together! Match follows our protagonist, Paula. A single waitress is trying to find love and struggling in the online dating scene. But after a series of duds, she matches with Henry, who seems to be the perfect man. There's one little problem though. Henry has an autoimmune disorder and he can't really go out, so she has to go to him. Her sister doesn't think this is a very good idea, but Paula, she needs to take more risks in life. She thinks she's been taking it too safe, and maybe that's why she's still single. So she's gonna go there, and she's gonna say hi to his creepy mom, and she's gonna enter the house even though he's not there, and she's gonna drink the mystery wine for some reason, and she's gonna get kidnapped, and she's gonna have to fight off a mutant. Oh wait, shit. I quite enjoy Match. It is a weird, gross, horrifying little movie that is also pretty damn funny, with a good protagonist, along with some genuinely suspenseful and creepy moments. It also goes out of its way for shock humor, which may or may not turn off people. Like Henry, which is this guy by the way, gets attacked with a mousetrap on his wiener. How does this wacky injury happen? Well, Lucille wants kids, and you can guess the rest because of the implications. You know exactly what kind of movie this is going to be when early on, Henry slips on Paula's vomit and gets knocked out. I also gotta shout out Diane Simpson, who plays Lucille, cause she's fucking hilarious. I was surprised to see she hasn't been in more stuff. She's really good. The practical effects are also really good. Henry looks great. And I really like this set. It looks dirty and grungy. The atmosphere is horrid, and that's good. Now, as much as I like most of this movie, it definitely has its issues. It starts to lose steam near the end, and its tonal shifts don't always work. There were certain parts that were more concerned about trying to make you feel grossed out and disturbed than actually being, well, good. If you're into gross horror movies, you'd probably enjoy this. It has its flaws, but I had a good time with it. I was pleasantly surprised, and this is a really good first entry for this series. Will our next movie be able to follow up? Let's find out and spin the wheel! Dead Zone! Okay, so I'm just gonna be right up front of you, right off the bat. This movie sucked. It sucked diddly-yucked. It sucks so much, there's probably words that haven't even been invented yet to say how much it sucks. Dead Zone follows a group of soldiers in high-tech suits that have to go into an irradiated danger zone to find a cure for the zombie outbreak. That synopsis may not have sounded very enthusiastic, but I don't think anybody who was in this movie was that enthusiastic about it either. The beginning is kind of funny as they all spout off one-liners and have the most unnatural dialogue you can ever imagine.
And if it gives you any trouble, I'll be right there to fix it. Unless you desert me. Again.
Who are these people? Trust me, it doesn't matter, they're all gonna die anyway. The only notable person is this guy, Michael J. White, who played Spawn and Black Dynamite. While I was watching this, I kept hearing his voice and thinking, wow, this guy would be really good for voice acting. And lo and behold, like I could sit here and try to tell you what happens in the movie, but nothing really happens. They walk around like the same little parts of a small nation neighborhood, and then eventually get attacked by zombies. But then they get attacked by a bigger, stronger zombie, and they have to figure out how to fight it. All the characters are wearing these high-tech suits, and you can't tell who is who because of it, so whenever somebody died or something important happened, if I wasn't paying strict attention to the film, which is hard to do, trust me, you'd be pretty lost. And it doesn't help that the lighting in this movie sucks, so you can barely see anything anyway. So everything in this ends up blending into each other. It's an hour and 20 minutes of bad writing, acting, and effects. I mean, we do get this line.
Time to get vaxxed, motherfucker. Side effects may include, fuck you.
Let's see what else Michael's done. Let's see, he was in The Legend of Bruce Lee. He was in 162 episodes of For Better or Worse. It's not that comic strip that also got turned into a cartoon show. It's a Tyler Perry series, and I'm just going to assume that it's Tyler Perry's version of that comic strip. Ooh, he's also the outlaw Johnny Black. That's pretty cool. I'm not even talking about the movie anymore. I'm just looking at his IMDb page. Dead Zone is really bad, and before I get distracted any further, I'm going to spin the wheel! Where the Devil Roams. Where the Devil Roams was made by the Addams Family, which previously made Hellbender and recently made Mother of Flies, which are two movies I quite enjoyed. And initially, I was pleasantly surprised to see that they also made Where the Devil Roams. As usual, it's really well made, has an interesting plot, it's well acted, but something is missing here. I really liked the first 20 minutes or so of this movie. It follows this traveling circus during the Depression era. All of these characters were really interesting and I wanted to know more about them. I was excited to watch a film where we get to see their lives during this very dire time in history. I love the settings and makeup, and it has one hell of an intro. So I was very disappointed when I found out that a majority of this movie is just following these three people. We follow Maggie, Eve, and Seven as they journey along the countryside, murdering and stealing. Well, to be exact, Maggie does the murdering, Eve does weird artsy hipster shit, and Seven puts on a blindfold because he's just along for the ride. What's sad to say that I was mostly bored and uninterested whenever we were focusing on this trio. The only one of them that really piqued my interest was Seven, who has a fascinating backstory. For one reason or another, instead of the absolute dread we were supposed to feel whenever this trio showed up to a house, I just felt bored and kind of annoyed. Once the shock value wears off, everything becomes very tedious. I remember hovering over the playback bar and going, oh my god, there's still 20 minutes of this left? Which I hate saying because their artwork is also slow and kind of tedious, but there was something about them that kept me engaged. Every time the circus people weren't on screen, I'd ask, where's the circus people? What's that lady with the guitar doing? She seems cool. It eventually comes together to a pretty satisfying ending, but the road there is one I don't want to travel again. And so ends my first edition of my Tubi Wheel of Terror. And looking at the surprising amount of Tubi Original Horror, I'm going to be here for a very long time. What will become of me? Will I even be the same frog by the end? There's only one way to find out. Like and subscribe, and leave a little comment. Either way, I'm just happy you dropped by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
And if I do say so myself, the girls, they really love him for his huge heart.